Sudhir Vasudeva, Chairman and Managing Director of ONGC, joins us from New Delhi. Mr. Vasudeva, morning. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Vasudeva, the CCEA in a recent nod has given a nod to gas price hike. What will be the likely impact on the sector, and how much of benefit is this to ONGC?
It's definitely music to the ears of producers. I mean, for ONGC, which is producing APM gas, I mean, today we produce about 65 million cubic meter of gas and sell after internal consumption and shrinkage due to production of value-added products, sell about 50 million cubic meters. Nearly 90% of this gas is coming from APM fields, and this APM gas is coming from old fields, and all this is going to dwindle as the time passes. And it will be very, very difficult to replenish this gas because the new gas is going to come from only the deep waters and frontier areas. So in that direction, this increase in price is definitely good because this will be able to support exploration and exploitation of difficult areas. So from that viewpoint, it's certainly a very good news. And as regards ONGC is concerned, our top line we will get benefited by something like 15,000 crores and the bottom line by about 8,000 crores. So this is especially a good news for us in the context of subsidy burden, which is still looming large on us. Last year we ended up paying about 49,400 crores, and as a result we got only $48.7 a barrel for every barrel of oil. And this year, the first quarter has been even worse. We have, after having paid $63 a barrel of discount on $101 of gross billing, the net result was $38 a barrel. Now, what needs to be appreciated is $38 a barrel is our cost of production today. That means for doing all this business of oil, if we are not making any profits, then how are we going to even sustain for the day and then think for expansion tomorrow? So in that context, this additional revenue, if at all it comes to us from 1st of April 2004, definitely will be a very welcome breather.
Right. Mr. Vasudeva, morning. The finance minister, after the price hike, nod, said that a hawkish finance minister will find a way to bring back to government any additional benefit made by PSUs. As a result of this move, does this mean more royalty, cess, tax in store for ONGC?
I mean, that's really a matter of worry for us. I mean, when this diesel prices were deregulated and even this LPG cylinders were capped, etc., and the calculations were projected in the media, but the next year it was told that the next year the subsidy would be of the order of about 80,000 crores, and the government has kept 65,000 crore rupees in this, and 45,000 crores were going towards the previous fiscal, and only 20,000 crores are left for this. So what was indicated was that balance 60,000 crores would have to be paid by the E&P companies. That means with half this thing, with the subsidy burden getting reduced to half, our burden was going to remain same. I mean, which in my opinion, or in the opinion of our all E&P producers, is not really fair. But I mean, what the government is doing is for reduction of current account deficit, and same thing now is appearing in the genre of gas as well. The gas prices have not even increased, and there are talks about ONGC and Oil India to have to pay towards the subsidy for fertilizer. Again, this will disincentivize us. I mean, we will not be able to, in case we do not even have funds to fund our present overlays. How will we expand? How will we increase our gas production, etc., which is the demand of the country?
Right. So in coming months, how much of importance will gas production take, and any new discoveries we are likely to hear from ONGC very soon?
Discoveries do happen. I mean, it's very difficult to tell in advance as to when are we going to make the next discoveries. But I mean, yes, we have plans of putting 2 or 3 gas fields on production during this 12th five-year plan. Like C series, we have this C series phase 2 and phase 3, which will be coming hopefully in this 12th five-year plan itself. Then the GS 28 and 42, which is again in the west coast, this will be coming on production. And then on the east coast, 98/2, where the appraisal is going on. 98/2 is, I mean, it is a marginal this thing. Whether it will be able to come on production by 16, 17 or not is slightly uncertain. But G4 is a nominated field surrounding that area, and we are making plans to see that this is monetized before 16-17. So, I mean, the 12th five-year plan, we are going to increase gas production significantly.
A quick update then on your current production figures for gas and oil, as well as targets for this fiscal year.
See, the last year we have produced between ONGC and our joint ventures, our ONGC share in the joint ventures PSCs, about 25.3 BCM. And the target which we have set for ourselves this year, these are the MOU targets, and the excellent category is 26.45 BCM. So that an increase of something like 1.2 BCM over what we produced last year. Similarly, in terms of oil, last year we ended up producing 26.12 million tons of oil, and this year the target which we have kept in the MOU good category, very good category, it is 27.24, and for the excellent it is 28.6. So I mean, I hope that we'll be able to exceed our very good targets, and we should be close to our MOU excellent targets.
Well, the new normal when it comes to the rupee seems to be about 60 to $1. What kind of benefit does that bring to ONGC?
See, it helps us in the sense that, I mean, just to give you a perspective, when crude oil prices were $133 in 2008 July average, in terms of rupees, each ton was 5,727 rupees. Today, I mean, we have calculated at $103 a barrel, and with rupee at 68, it amounts to something like 5,808 rupees a ton. So that way it is benefiting. But I mean, when the rupee depreciates vis-a-vis dollar, I mean, it is a double-edged sword for us, that directly we benefit, but on the other hand, the subsidy burden increases. Every rupee this thing decrease vis-a-vis the value of dollar, the subsidy burden increases by 8,000 crore rupees. So we have to then indirectly bear the burden there.
CLSA, Mr. Vasudeva, upgraded ONGC just a few hours ago to a buy. Investors believe there is a definite upside to the stock after recent reforms despite subsidy worries. Do you think this is a fair rationale to assume?
Yeah, the rationale definitely is there. I mean, this rationale is only valid if the subsidy burden is at a reasonable level. I mean, otherwise everything can be negated by increased subsidy burden.
Moving on to OVL, losing an almost done deal to China must have pinched you. What are the lessons learned, and what is next for OVL?
See, like they say, there's always a slip between the cup and the lip. I mean, this is one of those cases, and I mean, just to tell you this, that today the merger and acquisition is not very easy thing. Last year, OVL ended up looking at something like 100 properties, and out of that we were able to succeed only in one, and this one we have just missed by a whisker. So this is a lesson that we have to to be more aggressive in our approach, and then although all the efforts were made from all the quarters, still we did not succeed. So we have taken it in our stride, and then we are making, there are other irons in the fire which we are now trying to sort of fructify.
Are OVL's fundraising plans still intact and more acquisitions likely on the horizon then, Mr. Vasudeva?
Yes, I mean, we were still looking at many other opportunities of fresh acquisitions, and as and when those acquisitions sort of get fructified, and then we'll see what are the options for the funding.